everyone, so this is video 3. When I finished up video 2, I said you were going to trace with your Sharpie. So I did not do that on camera, I did that in between videos. So here is the Sharpie I used. I went over my lines, or marker that I used went over my lines. Because I am not such a great line tracer, I did erase some of my lines that I did not need. I'll admit it, I'm not a good line tracer. So, erase whatever lines you don't need. The next thing we're going to do, you need to pick 2 colors. Either color pencils or color crayons. You want to make sure that they are not close to each other in color. So this is violet. There you go, violet. This one is a blue. They are not close to each other. So you don't want to pick 2 colors that are super close. You want to give some color in between. So you could do red and pink, as long as it's a regular red and a lighter pink. You could do red and orange, you could do blue and green, you could do any 2 colors. Just make sure that they are not close to each other when you color them. So when I color mine, this is what it's going to be. I will have a purple and a lighter blue. And that's what I want. So the first one you're going to do, you're just going to pick a color. So I'm going to pick my purple, also called violet. And I'm going to start here in my first box on the left. Now you notice I have my card open still. That's because I want to make sure that I am doing it on the right side still. And I want to make sure that I get all the way up to this edge without running over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start at the bottom on my line, and I'm just going to draw vertical lines going up. Vertical lines going up. And they don't have to be straight. You just want to fill up that box with lines that are vertical. And you're going to notice that it starts to give it some color. Then I'm going to skip my box, and I'm going to go to the third box, and I'm going to draw some vertical lines. Now, are they perfect? Nope. And that's good. You don't want them to be perfect. So, drawing them from top to bottom. Notice my colors are starting to widen out. I probably am going to need to sharpen my pencil here soon. Then I'm going to get to my last box, and I'm still going to go vertical with my lines. Okay, I did not color any of those solid because we don't want to color them solid. We want to just create a pattern using lines. Now I'm going to switch colors. I'm going to switch to my blue. With this one, I'm going to go across. I'm going to do horizontal lines. So I'm going to go across in my second box, side to side. Side to side. Oops, I got a little into my other box. Make sure you're doing this slowly so that you're not running over like I just did. So you're going to do 2 boxes, going horizontal lines in the first row. Then we're going to skip or go to our next row. This one, we're not going to start with violet. We're going to start with the color that's still in our hand. So the color that's still in my hand is my blue. So I'm going to do this one blue, but I'm not going to do the part where my heart is. So I'm going to start with my lines, and I'm just going to go to my heart. I do not want to go inside my heart. I do not want to go inside my heart. It's okay if I went over onto the back, that's okay. Make my lines a little thicker here because they started to get a little thin after I sharpened it. So I'm going to leave that one. This one, I'm going to color with my purple in just a minute. So I'm going to move on to this one. So here I was purple, then blue. So here's my purple, and this part that is not my heart is going to be blue as well. So I'm going to draw my horizontal lines. So we are going to create a pattern around our heart. And the pattern is going to alternate. So here is blue, so I'm going to leave that one blank. Here is my violet color again, so I'm going to go around my heart, just around my heart. I'm going to draw those horizontal lines just around my heart. Now it is time to switch back to my violet color. So going back to my violet. Let me see if I can get a little bit more color. There we go. Now that's a little bit more color for you guys. So my violet color. Here's my blue. So in between my two blues, I'm going to do that violet. Again, not where your heart is. So I'm going to do verticals, not where your heart is. Just draw those vertical lines. If you start to get thinner lines, you can either add some extra ones in the middle, or you can go back and make your lines thick again. Okay, again, blue. So I'm going to do above my heart with my violet color. Now when you're done with this row, you're still going to keep that violet color in your hand because we need it for the next row. So this row, I have blue here, so that means this is going to still be my violet color. So I'm going to draw my vertical lines coming down. Now, all of this is heart, so I'm going to leave it blank for right now. I have blue here, so I'm going to put my violet here, and I'm just going to draw my vertical lines to fill in that space. Okay, done with the violet for now. So I switch back to my blue, because my blue color was here, then I went violet, so now I need to go back to blue. Now remember, your blue lines are horizontal, so when we color this one right here, we're going to make it horizontal. So, I'm going to go horizontal. Horizontal. You want to make sure you've got them going the right direction, otherwise when you mess up, it looks kind of different. This one we're going to skip, we're going to skip, we're going to skip, because we don't know what color it would be. This one we know what this color is going to be because this is the violet, so that makes this blue. So our next one is going to be blue right here. And again, make sure you are doing horizontal lines. We have not switched colors, so we are not switching line direction. Now I'm going to set down my blue. I know that this one's going to be my violet color because it's in one from my blue. So I'm going to make this one vertical lines. Now, I have this little sliver right here. You may not. You may have a bigger sliver. I'm going to do a little bit of a vertical line through it, and because that's all I can get is one line. Now, I still have my violet in my hand because I need it now for this box right here. Because again, we're keeping with our pattern. Violet, blue, violet, blue. So this one will be violet. Again, violet goes vertical. So we're going vertical for our lines. Vertical for our lines. Vertical. Going to skip this one because it would be blue. So this one is going to be our violet again. I'm just going to go around my heart. I'm leaving my heart alone. You are leaving your heart alone right now. This one I'm going to leave alone because it will be blue. Last one, we'll do violet. The last one will be violet. Okay, now I need to sharpen my pencil because my pencil's starting to run out of pencil lead. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Pencils. Thought I would get better pencils. Apparently I don't have very good pencils at home today. Okay, blue is going to be next. Blue goes horizontally. So, in between my two violets, I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to go horizontal. Am I going to draw inside that heart? No, I'm going to leave the heart blank. So we are doing just the background around our heart right now. Okay, over here, same thing. I have violet, so in the middle comes a blue. So we've created a pattern with whatever your two colors are. Whether you copied mine and went blue and violet, or you went another route, either way is fine. You're just making sure you make that same pattern. Okay, I'm going to keep my blue because we're going to do that last row. This one will be blue, because again, I'm keeping with that pattern. Blue, violet, which makes this one blue. So, horizontal, make sure you're going horizontal. Make sure you've got a piece of paper underneath when you get to the bottom too, that way you're not coloring on your table. I know I don't want to end up with colored pencil on my table, end up with enough stuff on my table. My daughter was coloring on my table with color crayons yesterday. Was not so thrilled with her. Okay, I'm going to skip this one because this is violet. I'm going to go to this one, which is blue. So making my blue lines. Okay, and my last box will be blue as well. So making those blue horizontal lines. Then I'm going to come back and do my last two. My last remaining two will be violet, and violet goes vertical. So I'm going to take my color, I'm going to draw my vertical lines. Draw my vertical lines. And my pencil is not doing well. This is what happens when you drop colored pencils too many times. Or your kids drop their colored pencils too many times. You end up with broken colored pencils. Which is why when you're in my classroom, I tell you, do not shake the colored pencil box. I know it makes a whole lot of cool noise, but do not shake the colored pencil box. Okay. Ah! Sorry, guys. I know you didn't want to spend minutes watching your teacher sharpen her pencil. But at least you know this is what happens, and this is why I tell you things. Do not shake your colored pencils. Do not drop your colored pencils. Do not play drums with your colored pencils. Otherwise, you're going to end up sharpening your pencil forever, and it ends up super short. Almost there. Okay. So, when I started, my pencils were the same length. This one, I've had some help. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my last two boxes. Okay, so there is our outside of our heart. I will see you in the next video to do the heart.